So when we're putting the golf ball, I'm a pretty big, whatever the opposite of advocate is, so I don't like the finger down the shaft like that.
Yeah.
When we do this, it creates a lot of twisting in your hands. It's very hard to keep that finger going through to the target, especially when it gets past the ball. It's going to start wanting to do this, kind of turn the club face over, and it's going to want to roll towards the target. And it's really hard to be consistent with these. So I want you to kind of either do one of two things. One, bring that in, make it a trigger finger, meaning it's almost the same thing. We're just going to bend it at this knuckle here, and so it's almost going to help you push it to the target. Or two, just bring that in completely.
Okay.
One of the two, I don't like it. I've always been taught that it creates inconsistency. Okay.
Okay.
Number two, when your bottom hand is what we call, it's underneath, right? So when your bottom hand is really underneath, again, it's going to promote turning that face over. I know you're doing a really good job right now of really keeping it square to square. But under pressure, like I said with the 3-footer earlier, it's really easy to walk on a balance beam, but if you put the balance beam between the two World Trade Centers, it becomes a lot harder, right?
Yep.
And so a big putt, an under grip, I think is going to kind of be a little shaky for you. So go ahead and take your putter grip again.
Just kind of go over.
So what I want you to do, go ahead and set up the ball. I want you to get these hands a little more forward and a little more away from your body here. So we're going to get a little more waist bend. So go ahead and stand up again. So bring those elbows in. We're gonna bend from the waist until that putter comes down. That looks a lot better. Let's get these hands just a touch farther away from your body. We'll get a little more waist bend. That's good. Now bring these elbows just in like that. So when we're doing this, it almost, if you feel it, when we're feeling like there's a tennis ball right here, trying to hold that tennis ball in between our forearms, it creates stability with this Y that is made from the putter in your two arms. If I have my arms kind of loose, I can start doing a lot of this stuff. Your putting stroke looks really nice. I'm just trying to maybe make it a little more consistent. So if we're gonna go ahead and hit this putt again, go ahead, and I want you to think about those two things. One, get that finger up and in. I like to use that as a trigger finger, so we're just gonna bring that down just a touch. Thumb on thumb, that looks good. And then bring those elbows in on your chest, bend, create a little more space, and use those shoulders to rock, okay? All right, go ahead and go for it. Good. We'll make it a little longer here. Now, let me show you something. If this is, go ahead and set up your ball.
Okay.
So if this is your putting line here, okay? Go ahead and set up the ball. Your forearms, go ahead and step away. Forearm, you kind of pointed over there.
Yeah, yeah.
So when your forearms are pointed this way, it's going to make you almost have to